Alright, I'm mama mo bibia kwa ba na me mfa bra mega TV and platform we eso Nyankopon enhia obibia abusia ensem bi ekoso and I know say because of the caption intia ubo video we so ensem be na ekoso. In fact ye na enim say Akuffo Addo ene oye ex president mumpanyin dada na Kweku abe drop information bi ochiremu a osi papa no enche obewu yenim di nti okasa mega meti hei sabi menye prophet menye sia menye mukane saying obi a menye priest a mehu bibi na mom Kweku na oka na asem no enonim the reasons why nti a okasa asem no mepese ye bekoni kwa kotie ensema Kweku ekaye edifa the reasons why I was saying che na do dem Akuffo Addo ebewu na utie nsema Kweku kana na chese onu no kra no onim de ekoso wahu bibi wati nsem bi na yekotie Kweku de ne babia wia ebekọ ne akwa captain Kwadwo smart ewo nwa TV ene esewani enso ka kire ensema owura wedi egu fom de captain edi senwe na hihia adaka mu abusia mesro so be relaxing na wa subscribe to your channel na wa like dwumadi na wa share na foforo nye bia hwe fa comment tum eyade oya ebebo papa na wa subscribe nso se ne bidi kan no edi sabra me no kasa edi yenko na yenkotie ensema Kweku Kennedy Akumpekwe Japan former worker ewo Net2 TV oditu edwa hawa osika ne nsem fae any expose bia odi aba fresh one enyankanso yenkotie sansem no fa bekoba binaka ina ebesom yemfa eye the credit no ma front line what you say my CTV ono eno boy ya yenya sansem ni bi yenkotie nse no kwekwa yemfa bra
se wo yo mampeni no wa besom ne ye ka ohene o papa yo ka se onye politician o wo yo ohene na all can say no I can again hazard a guess say ahimfo ekuku dam bi nso o memu ha wo munya wo be bo Akuffo Addo chi brutal wo be come bo so asem a kire no yeah say finally on my nya ne fa hodie how atete no doso ewurikasam no doso afi omanpeni na nkasa de otieti ahemfo fa hodie so toto ne nsa nem ne ade ne sese nim ade Addo how ene wayemre o edidimu a nche betia na breaking news former president Akuffo Addo is no more o legacy ni o enye onu na wo kono but ebusuafo na wegya wo mo no ewe chiri no ene dia atare betwa e dia show mo folks me be call short break but before the break mamenya announcement in Fema say I promise the viewers and listeners say when we come back in the year 2025 the front line is also going to mount a serious expose with title The Ministry of Darkness. Okay. The Ministry of Darkness is about what? Ye be expose into the body of Christ. Asofo bi wo memu ha. Enye nyamedwuma no wo moye. No. Enye nyamedwuma. Expose no be kosan. Me be ye expose no humfoni kakra e de a kire. Take a listen to this. Like a rag to mop the floor. And the National Security Organization became a cash cow. We did boni bebre folks yes sebre nti momen konsem no. Now tonight we are bringing the part 2 as national security officers calling on President John Mahama to set out this committee of inquiry to investigate. Now the committee of inquiry by John Dramani Mahama and the arrest of the former national security coordinator, part 2 tonight, and they are calling on President John Mahama say onhwena sadi onye tem Folks, if you listen to one top officer of national security who also went through torture and massive whatever at the national security in the hands of top security officers and the coordinator. Very, very sad. On Monday, the Frontline Maiden Edition exposed a jaw-dropping of a harrowing encounter of a senior national security officer in the ex-war Adodankwa Akuffo Addo. And we are making a plea to John Dramani Mahama's government to arrest the former national security coordinator, Mr. Edward Kweku, as quickly, so that this would compensate officers who are calling for John Mahama to set out this committee of inquiry. Tonight, we expose yet another harrowing encounter by a senior officer at the NSA. One, in 2017, after the so now listen to me carefully. Sa officer noa ono so yede ne fa sa kwan so de to no na mi bie so acha we nya report we just highlight ono so no report ho. But then again, let me say that some of the officers are ready to invade my studio to come and expose top security issues. They don't care. Some are very sensitive. And I'm sure in the coming days, as we do the build-up, they will storm the studio and they will tell their story. I'm sorry. This is John Mahama. They will tell the story. Now listen. In 2017, after the general elections, a special unit was created at the NSA called PMU. This unit was being operated by retired military and intelligence officers of the state whose allegiance toward the government. Officer Nekaseyo. Nasem say ebra 2017 MPP winnie yenom. And a one more tay office bi asa office no mutu din PMU ewo national security ho. Na dean and no mo the office ne ba beye tie. Or say this unit, however, took a nationwide exercise to gather data and intelligence of foot soldiers in the NPP who needed jobs. In the course of event, one military officer retired, name withheld, was tasked to surveillance Ghana's forest and water bodies against illegal mining. Assembly now say, yatrono chese. Ebra MPP winning power in 2017. Forming sa unit way ewo national security called PMU no. What? But I already see many say they will gather data. And at the same time, so MPP full soldiers no. One measure say omebobo mano. Now if you measure so many adwuma bi e de amom maye. Now officer we yentimi money din ono na adwuma e de man no say obeko Ghana's forest reserves any water bodies akọ surveillance ahwe say illegal mining activities enkoso ewo forest o na adwuma e de man no. Tie. While in line of duty, he arrested several illegal mining companies, including the almighty C&J Alaska. Tienyo. While in line of duty, he arrested several illegal mining companies, including the almighty C&J Alaska, operating in Diaso. As part of his detailed responsibility, was also to prepare intelligence report for national security mainstream for action whilst on the job. Assembly now say, Papa edwuma edema so onko ye no eye say onko hwe Ghana ensuo ene ewirem ho won mo eye galamsey na onchechi wom na afi on build intelligence reporter ebema yetumi aiden ahwena yabo enyoma ina ho ban afi because sa papa national security officer, he is a former military and intelligence officer retired and he do mo ba national security so on be say adwuma no right. So tie also once on the job, one of his superior in the name of, now you be dropping names, And let me say tonight, any former national security officer be our today, may I say respectfully, the doors of Frontline and CTV are open. Come and let's interrogate you, please. Either you come, we interrogate you, or issue a rejoinder or a press conference, and we are glad to carry this forward. Listen to me. National security officer Biara Obetu Dinwaha, you are entitled to walk into our studios. Come, we interrogate you on what is happening, or issue a rejoinder or do a press conference. Either of the two, three, we will be glad to carry it on. Now, one of his superior in the name of Captain Budukumsin retired. One name has dropped. Captain Budukumsin retired. Became furious and agitated. Captain Budukumsin, ne picture no mo from MC amoma ne omanyentem. Or say one Captain Budukumsin retired on that screen is no. Became furious and agitated over some of the arrests of the mining companies, including threats coming from NPP party officials, including Hajia Fatih, as part of some syndicated group. And that honor. Sir, officer, a bro started so auditing mining companies, you know. National security pennyphobia started if you money now one among them are Obaye Aonino Ebeyen Tokwa. Eye papa your desk is Ayora Budukumsin retired. He's a former military officer. Captain Budukumsin retired. Yeah. Including Hajia Fatinum, our MPP. Yeah. And in the now, according to the officer, Papa your that's where yeah or Captain Budukumsin or no associate any superior or sanction say Omunko begin to take a fight with him. You haven't heard nothing yet. Wait a minute. He decided to abandon the operation and left for the United States. He later received a call from his former chief, Lieutenant General Edu Amafo, former Director of Defense Intelligence in the military, and former ambassador to Liberia, to take up a personal assistance position at the NSA, National Security Agency. Papa said, a bra pressure started say air ban no. Or you're not doing say any pam no trano, I mean for Mujuman tour, na men come baby. Etiam parampara odine juma eto ho, then he went to United States because near nema ewo ho and okoe. Or America wa no nya call from another top military general called friend say General Edu Amafo na Ghana for my mention modem. General Edu Amafo was a former national security coordinator ewo Blue Gates. And Annan Kweku Asumeni was a deputy to Edu Amafo. Now Edu Amafo was also a former defense intelligence. He was the director of former defense intelligence in the Ghana Armed Forces. Yeah, again also became Ghana's ambassador to I think Sierra Leone and Liberia in the Akuffo administration. Ebane say Akuffo Addo kofa na say Omeye national security coordinator na Kweku Asumeni enye ni deputy on deputizing him. Enti papai fresh security officer in America say Omra no Omeye ni PA personal assistant into Oyeden or Jepene, and he came. Meanwhile ni yedi n'anim ane ko back o ena papa we General Edu Amafo ba no friend say Omra, so he came back. Guess what? He obliged to come down to work with Edu Amafo after a period. All this while as he proceeds, several warnings yet again, warnings yet again started flying overhead. And in a particular meeting with his boss, Edu Amafo, together with the National Security Coordinator Kweku Asumeni, at the National Security HQ, aggressively warned him to remain silent or else he would be deposed from the agency. Although he cannot recall ever committed any offense to warrant what? To warrant the displeasure of his security chiefs or superiors. Papa yi kyerɛ say ebra eye ambassador anase national security coordinator Edu Amafo friend so omra no obae na ebra oni ni ye adwuma no na say ochina say what is going on. So one particular time a meeting was set by Onwane boss national security coordinator General Edu Amafo ena ni deputy Kweku Asumeni wo mu nya wo meeting nim na asem omo ka kire ne se onka nanuntum na so oka nanutum a obedidi boni bia manakwem na so onka nanu antum a edwuma no ombeyi nedi. In fact, Ghanaians, when I personally heard this, I was shocked because I have a great sense of respect. Edema General Edu Amafo. I know General Edu Amafo, a lot of you know him. He's one of Ghana's finest distinguished military general. As a former director of defense intelligence in the military. Waye Eduma pa ansana Akuffo Addo ne koye ambassador was Sierra Leone and Liberia. So to hear say in that meeting at the National Security HQ, could tell on one PA say on kananuntum na onyai kasa na obedidi no. I was shocked. And in this meeting, Edu Amafo's deputy, who is why General Edu Amafo and all that screen is no. General, with the greatest of respect, tonight I'm doing my job. Major General Edu Amafo, former defense intelligence in the Ghana Armed Forces Director General, became National Security Coordinator at the Blue Gates on Odahon. The TNO, papa. But Charlie, the cat and mouse be a course or no. You'll be shocked. Guess what happened? On one Kasakrana, one Chibu, there was a conspiracy ploy to oust him from that position by this same Kweku Asumeni. Guess what? Now, we are say, now, on the third day of May 2017, he received an intelligence report from an informant disclosing an ongoing illegal mining activity in the Nkoko enclave. Intelligence officer nanwa sem ne yatrotro wa heyo. On the third day of May, enu so onya call no every an informant ho. Say illegal galamsey bi koso mine bi koso won Nkoko area unto onye fast no ye den. Omra no mo hwe entoto nioma. Now let me clear something here, say Edu Amafo, who was then the National Security Coordinator, Kweku Asumeni was deputizing him and was made to learn from Edu Amafo. But guess what happened? The same Kweku Asumeni, together with some group of people in national security, masterminded a conspiracy ploy to take Kweku, Major General Edu Amafo from the position, from the national security position, a coordinator position. And you Kweku Asumeni, you didn't be share. Yeah. The deputy know. Kweku Asumeni know nothing. Only Bibia for security ho. He was a taxi driver in London and Gabi Asoroche Dako ekotam de ne bae. Say ombe deputize Major General Edu Amafo no unsu edwuma no before neniti no na what try say or the Edu Amafo Major General Edu Amafo ebeba into the inner circle and as it were so be corrupting no so be ye ne den yo. Now Edu Amafo no so wafre ni PA every America so omra no meboa no omunye adwuma. Now coordinator Edu Amafo any Kweku Asumeni in a meeting warning the PA say onka na nuntum because mama na Land Cruiser Prado mama na a big bungalow or dem ewo chado to onka na nuntum no kana nuntum obedidi. Really? Guess what? On the third day of May 2017, no nya call say illegal mining be cause we want to know onye ready. Later on, some twists and turns pop up indicating the informant was part of a conspiracy ploy to have him implicated over his poise to arresting the illegal mining companies. Ebra afi informant no eni ni di nkomo no ohwe se de no bi kwa da bi o informant ni say ade wei koso nti eso e den otu anamo afi ohun say no some twist and turn ade bi ye bisi basa, so then he needed to be careful. Folks, obey careful no onye careful no. Guess what happened? What happened? A frame-up conspiracy led to his arrest and incarceration at the BNI cells for a considerable period. Obia onu yedi tumi ahye ne nsa say yedi tumi ahye ne nsa by the likes of Budukum sinamni ade say mining forest ho na kwachechi illegal miners na build up intelligence report February ne yeye ni afi onu ankasa momu no okoye adwuma no wo ma turn it round ama informant bi afre no no call forest wa oda no ho no okoy na ma apply say onu mum rather kwakoye galamsey. Can you imagine? And right there no returning up get and omuso ni nsem de handcuff to nansa straight to BNI cells. Ghanaians me pese me chemade why the inability of Akuffo Addo led government, they couldn't fight the illegal galamsey. And almost to the latter part of Siebabe Tuaba, somewhere closer to December, when they were illegal mining also in the Ghana's forest reserves. And Akuffo Addo was told in plain words to declare state of emergency. They knew what they were doing. They knew what they were doing in Ghana's forest reserve. And they were even implicating their own officers. Listen. Several strict instructions came to the director BNI from the National Security Coordinator, Kweku Asmini, and one Colonel Opoku. According to him, one Colonel Opoku at the National Security HQ not to release him, according to this officer. Or say, every didn't question BNI cells one. Kweku Asmini. One Colonel Opoku also at the National Security. And the warning Ekoma BNI PD4 say me in releasing.
All right, so that is it. Into Tien Sema Yura Kweku Anaika. Eh, ba Akuffo Addo aban so my bi pa. And Sema omudigu abonti because asem de enye no kora untimi emba amansan TV so entinkese so emeke allegations so Akuffo Addo aban wa yebi papa we senka Ghana fanto obanti abomnya enka Ghana in next 4 years no ebetimi ba so man we jabetom because ni nkrofo enkofo form ede omo hihye konesi na no onim adekodie enti ode omo yes he had reasons for that. Eyasemo enti nsemo Kweku na ekan wadwen ye osen fa comment to say ena ohuno. In fact Kweku na ne MPP for Anante besides oni ye wura Canada Japan Anante aye adwuma won na two for over period of years. So say misunderstanding bi ba ya oti ne ho free Canada ho ena o sha say oh no me expose MPP for enti Kweku na nsemo o kan o fapem enka ntisa anka emisa se die ntia obi nkosi ni court enka se wontima wo kan defamatory kohisem enti me do court. No, so this must tell you say and semaya na Kweku anan Captain Kweku Smart other big journalist omoye non partisan no mukano ayana sebi no koribi o baby na de bia meka okatache free for year ne ho say last me can say the oil no enhwe ya TV ni so onko ho because untimi ensen wo boss okasa ahomaso so anyway yenko na yenkotie Captain Kweku Smart yenko hwe video we ensema captain dia to dwa abusia otibio ye behyew Nina ni say papa Kennedy Japan se mo kai say bra na mo beto MPP presidential elections na primaries no. Ensem bi ba abontin ama me mega me publish bi. Se nkofo bi di $800 million e bra papa Kennedy so nya den on step down. Na saa nsem we na yura captain bi say di ntie papa Kennedy Japan such a corrupt person wanted to bribe na still now for di ma abontin. Yem for no to Captain SM bisa make allegations be. I don't know say no crow, but Captain say ne yire no agi some contract bi sika no so $100 million or so 100 and something stand to be collected was or deliver but wagi sika ne di and no cresa yenko na inkuti Captain no nanum asem ensem ode to dwa no hye utie nsem o ka me kwa bi machine say Ghana sa nyama we na wo kroma abusia me nkasa nche yankopon hira yenti nsem no yehwe ni video no yefa credit no emma onua TV omo na moboa ya ensem we enye bi ebesombo yenti sa nsem no fabra yankopon hira bibia
Timin name corruption. Now today let me take my time. Let me want take corruption as I say. Me pe bi o asase so. Including Jesus Christo. All of us ni pe bi o fi obayem baye bia was born corrupt, including Christ. But eyewo and obe decide say me nye corrupt. E san say Yesu sunsum konkron na ne mere daaye na mom oba na chim no wu no nti Satan nya akukuduro etimi ko ka kire nse se wo se we ye nyame badia ye sei we ye nyame bada na oboyi abodo. Satan wanted to corrupt Christ, but the son said not Christo or ye nyame na wa body trimu pose on me feeling kekawa en kane hunti one succumb to Satan. We were all born corrupt. Ye na ye corrupt. Ye sadi ye wu ye. Then mom, it is up to Canada Japan. Say ne yire o danachi wakwaji contract 100 million Ghana cedis so be street light wanye ese Kennedy nya adwe say me yire we ye for 1 mejaw 2 fisika ne koma aban ese say Captain Smart etimi ti ase say number 1 ye your mind ye political party enti wuntimi nkote baabi na wunria aban niema no wrong but eno eneni pantiasie when the African man is corrupt he calls himself a businessman. And I will explain. Che Bible ni Quran mu Quran nyameje 10%. It is a way a contractor. Me amount abaye juma. Now profit margin is 10%. I think it's enough. But sa ukwaje kwan no school dan no na wuji sika na wansi a trouble wo ho ye beje sika. And I came here to sound this warning. Wa wo se we MPP minister, MP chief executive, we bema no or afra wa opamenko. Moti koma na mudwa ma fayo markets, udwa wanum. Minority no mudwa manum. Mudwa manum. Canada Japan $30 million contract, Professor Mills time. Why Jumano, you will cost the money? Somebody should tell Canada Japan. Why you who Bama Okroma? You think you are the only man? Me, I was waiting for the right time to deal with people at the right time. Bisa Ken said $30 million no contract no. Oh yeah. before time Canada Japan air conditions and necessary supply to ministries, departments and agencies. No, he did not. And this man can have the effrontery to sit in this country. We a minister of state, no per contract or one farmer now, not the work on the TV in the radio. So no, I was so pow poto. Bosa we yamashi should now America now work sign contract now, man. Really? No. Me, Obian won't come up pecan and some chain. I'm telling you today. But some 100 million Ghana cedis street light contract in the one can check Canada Japan. Opa. Onye the ope. That money he must account for it. On in the year. And nobody is afraid of that man who. He must get it straight. If he say, yeah, Papa, your 3P. Say 3P kwaje abai 100 million Ghana. Ne JB kwaje 100 million. Mema kwaje 100 million. Efia 100 million. Peter 100 million. Kere Japan kro mu kwaye discover na be. Na to kro haso wo sika. Masa. Wo sika. Really? Really? Auditor General's report now, a ball where you medino. The same Auditor General's report in a ball within say 100.2 million Ghana cedis. A shawayena to street light no ye. And then after your markings can be doing blah 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 blah. Say orally illegal. We a bema. Wa ora befra wono menko. But you know, English a man from MP on one can say because in Misro. As I said, you told me, Mam, in Krata, in my return, mafia. You think, sir, people, I want to stand. People think we are fools in this country. No, I want to stand. People think we are fools in this country. I don't prefer to say, Jimmy, and yet, see your name, we Ghana for the Yabobo Badam, the Nimjansa. Ube so chame say efia TSC FFF sanka efia ono Yamano East Legon na asase 1 acre so go to 50,000 tin compare na MPP nkwadan ketenkete amu sabe mu jabo na kura mu hu moto pepa kura mu so ada mu kasa useless cocoons one so da no mu bie wo ma no na wo kasa. You were following such a corrupt administration. And people don't want us to talk. Me, my catch there, NDC for one say, me hamudi. Na mo de monte kwakwa. Na mbete poke. Kote kwakwa. Ombe bo mo sema ma me say. O maina yetimu no baby a MPP says, sa papa de friend Akuffo Addo ho. Once o mubu ni tiri to from Crystal now osre.
No osre, ahomasro. De ahomasro osre.
And you people think that and Akuffo Addo almost say, so obi a wo, enyo obi a wo sika bia okrom ha na e corrupt. But someone should tell Canada Japan yere ne say, 100.2 million Ghana cedis no, she would account for that money. Tell me, how useless something is. Now, wow, pay Maya 3. May obi improba mamiu. Ken, I am telling you today. Ken, may obi improba mami. And a sabia bru sabia nyado. Yatete ma himfienti mindi kwase ya. Wuni ma me catch her net plane. Girls now was small, no me useless women. Omo kura anyefe, omo aporo omo nyenye bisa. You bring such a ladies to me a guy brutal. Minimenku ane boarding aye tomo ba strategy. And yes, I useless things now you sent them to me. No. Get it straight. When you want to fight corruption, the system will fight you. And me, I am ready to fight the system. That is why I JB Frebi na no tu ahene no si ahene me we rougher me tu
Odogu
We are rougher. Me too. And it's about time a Ghana for you there's a CTS, and yet MPP, and then NDCO. And yet MPP and NDCO. Look, eh? Say, CS, you doom Kania. Na fancy ye doom ododio Kania, say MPP parliamentary candidate to her. So no Kania bedum. Kania no him MPP. Kania no him NDC. Meanwhile, your friend saying, Afenyo markets say, Abani nya kuku, dabi nya afenyo markets. Some woman energy minister bi na okodo. Sa kwa your friend say. Debe ya. Crap house then. Or say aban no problem bi ani ho na onye bema na aban ni face problem rubbish and useless.
Open that was three.
Rubbish and useless. Say at Kroma. Huh? Aban we have boka over $2 billion na egu actually. Bibia ofri. Akuffo Addo ene ne ken oforiata. Etimi a raise bonds nko anya bese bonds ne nko 13.3 billion 13.5 billion dollars. 13.5 billion. Ken oforiata ni Akuffo Addo entimi anti 2 billion. Ene kakra bi edaso. Granted 3 billion entimi anti 3 na that 13 no so enkotweka emfie nwotwe an Akuffo Addo be di president Nkrumah when tua gas kada ofree. Now what was we MPP ni fa Jimmy free me TV ni so 3 years when tua gas kada 3 years fuel ani e di kogum kutukutukutu dia wo so kane wo fie na ye free. Senye sa mahama nim nyansa chen na nado a ke de sumu sesi ame no kasai. I'm telling you today.
What's it?
Me say nyasa mahama nim nyansa chen na nado a ke de sumu. And Mahama said that, no, I'm not interested in say, we are nyese, we'll keep the lights on. This is nyansania me to abama no. And I am proud of myself. I voted for John Dramani Mahama. Me to abama apebedi president. When I vote against you, you are going to opposition. Next time we share me utokrum baby, who say meni na ye call, won kasa ye kanea. Mom, some catch up down Ghana for who I am. Na me te bantu na me di makokora na me te hodi na me hwemo na me sere.
No, osa
Sisifi na me hwemo di. You guys don't know me.
Oh, mesre.
Mafia. Akuffo Addo oko. Petrol a ye digu aeroplane wenja 1 gallon. Gallon. Wenjabi gallon. Aviation fuel. No be ni koto.
Gallon, they always say you say gallon.
Gallon. Akuffo Addo wenja 1 gallon.
Gallon that I can say.
That be gallon.
You say.
Wenjabi. Nana wenja 1 gallon. I told you, Rollins eja bosumi miensa, Kufuor eja bosumi miensa, Mohammed Jana na do bosumi nsia fuel, Akuffo Addo okono ojayen 3 hours, enrubo ebinim say 5 hours, granted. Hold on, meba, fuel ojayen no. I came here to tell you, Senyesa Mahama nimi nyansa chen Akuffo Addo a, anka fuel in Ghana kenya binto the Kenyans are some what you say a political party who you people ni jame nonsense time na ye bu ye voter regia catch abo ye nam srem a ye bu ye krobi o don to if say na rugu o say na rugu ebo a
okoye de
o say
okoye de
me ko campaign na me Kufuor
na ye de
MPPT
na ye de
bo mu bu ye no
o ye de ye bo
na bag bo machi
kasa okoye de
bag bo machi
okoye de
yo Omo so mu na ye bi e bag mu na say How did these things get into your mind?
What is that thing?
You are nonsense. Nonsense. Where are people in town? Huh? Where are people in town? Mr. Bisa Akuffo Addo, I saved his life twice. Or say, Rebecca Kura Nim. Then also they're being kada. Listen. And yes, sir, and you boomerang. Nyabutre. Enye sani ye bumai. Se say na Rollins jama Akuffo anka Akuffo betime bumai. Really? Se say ena Mills Akuffo su jama Mills a ka Mills betime atena. Se say ena your friend say Muhammad jama na na do ya anka betime. Because nyansa ye di bumai every before ya buy wo mu nibi. And I would break it down for you. So more is nyansa di bi anka ye ma Canada Japan 102 million Ghana cedi street light contract. Do you know why? Canada Japan had the effrontery and not cheer an ass. No, yeah, nas who adwuma. Canada Japan now yeah Alfred Agbesi Wayome. And who adwuma it is a wage contract no execute here. What been coming to no on the year. Mewa. What been yana Papa wait to me nya kukuduro be ka che na dampare wo so te ho CDS te ho NIB se me na me koka galamse asema nka NIB a che me 5 times. Canada Japan say he was called Annan said he was offered a bribe of $800 million.
Yeah.
Ghana security in Penifam. You guys sat down and watched this thing. Say I offered a bribe of $800 million and nobody did anything. A country like Ghana, poor nation, I hear Sikaya Quine, a school dying, I hear Suo, Kwabrane say your friend say, Omeji $800 million. Don't step it down. Damn parent to me and channel. NIB and to me and channel. Shraj and Kahohe. Yoko and Kahohe. Your friend saying, check my style. Check my star. Me ame wafa.
Sensi Kandapa.
Sensi Kandapa. And to me and chicken Canada Japan. What kind of a country are we building? Look for that video and play for me. And you guys think that we are joking. $800 million. Canada Japan say a joke. Say ombeji $800 million. Na on tenase men kobiemu. Yenya nipe bi a odwen ebo kroba. Mana amfre no. But let me tell you, I am not Ahmed Swale. So when you catch it all, hey, Fantini bi hu cha igbeni. Na Santini bi hu cha nsremuni. Me nya Ahmed Swale. Obi nka check the Japan. Ente she wana wo hu nka won fi one blow say po. Ka bete poke. So when you catch up me, I am saving a country. I am not interested in any political party. I don't give a damn to MPP. I don't give a damn to the NDC. $800 million. So we are doing Canada Japan station. Think. Also what you mean? Omeji $800 million. Usumo I entraka. Abranti ya onome starting to kwe. Kweku Annan. Ni entrianika. Look for that video for me. $800 million. But video, mami. Bo.
Me say mami $500 million. Now me step down. Only me nipa do approach me. Me see delegates any Ghana who don't. I would never do it.
Time FM.
The money they offered was $800 million. If he doesn't know, you should ask Mr. Paul.
Who offered that money?
It is
No. You see, Ghana for Dean Brafie and this thing want to become a president. Do you know how much money I was offered? We have a catch us over 150. Can I report? You don't know. Who call America now? Treat taxi. Taxi driver ban in America. Or what? And then 150. Or Mississippi. Now from house of Bia to house of Bia stroke and the bound me. Who is afraid? I'm didn't Yankopon. Peter on him. No, a smart girls. Hey, Ken, really? And me? Me a big problem, and me will be Safia.
Yes, so absolutely that is it. Ensem no ene da ho no. Ensem no ene da ho no. What I say? Inti ensem a captain buboso. Okay na no. Meti ho no ma na mehwe no. Na me bisa mo se. Eye no kra na. But me to make actually say a be no crap because Kennedy Japan one kasa video na Captain Boy na on one kasa babontin ebeka se nkrofobi at the $800 million ababontin say ono Kennedy wanji na on step it down as a flag bearer or sorry as a presidential candidate. And he be say eh na say sika we wo Ghana ha and o man we yetimi ko yakobo $3 billion bosia. Just because of so possible me president and a DNC. And how can such I don't know meaning they were missing how can you be that wicked? Send me wesika say ye Ghana deal, say ye one kasa deal with the community back for then the panel. And let me tell you, say sikawi obi any who say sikawi obetimi aka kire mega me say sa bribe allegations na Kennedy ye papa de beto abontin no na Bawumia enkrofo hu mbonim bi that person na ye papa Kennedy na o kan ho asem no ofri Dr. Muhammad Bawumia ne camp so ofri ne camp why that person interested ye Bawumia be president. You see, people were mad. Kuruma nankofo are you so desperate? Say Umbemo Bawumia the president. And na minim di ntia. Sana contract be a war honum. Sika be a war honum. People wanted to be what? Appointed. Said nka Mahama Abawa appointing Krofoi. Nanka odi wa obuama papa no ebenya president bia. Odi akra de on submit to CV. Odi udinda hodada. So na a way of lobbying in for an appointment from Dr. Bawumia's administration in case he became the president or in case he became the president. You see, this was crazy. How can you do such a thing if you want a country to be developed and you think you want to what? You want to develop a country and you have that country at heart. Captain Kojismat Yankopon Shiraw. Maybe I'm a papa no Captain. Adami who captain. The yes sir boss. Daddy, I salute you Uboijuma. No human. You see, Adiaba Captain me pen on the honest say. He was once an MPP man. Adia me pen or captain when he said. On kase poeti di twami funuma. On kase poeti da yamia media mabohoka. On kase na wabre poeti no chain Captain Kojo Smart. Then time oni yura papai ex-president Akuffo Oni ne ko up and down. And how are you Captain Koje Smart or contribute to the victory of Akuffo Addo had no idea. And even Akuffo Addo himself, the reasons why he became the president in 2013, Ghanaians voted for him in 2016 and 2017, 7 January, Obey President Nise. He got the support from the media, and which Captain Smart was what? A major factor. Yes, into Captain Smart didn't say Siniboka said me too. I understand him. I understand where he is coming from because Onunim dear Koso Ghana. Those are the young people the Ghana politicians for so many years. So they know their tricks. And Kadientia, Captain Smart who frame people. I shall say so ye Juma at the mind this power. Ask yourself, hopes not doye. So when people cool position, onye nyankopon and in a pampa MPP cool position. Ask yourself. You see, certain things are there bodily, but you cannot see the level of corruption in this country. I know BL and painful ye omo so mundi omo eneni no. Omo and omo ye what? Omo di mu akoniaba. Omo and omo edi omo ye na kesiye. But obia sebi wako wia ponchi, obi wako wia brodie bayire banchi. Mankeni seni pano sebi na omachi na jeli no. But we have a politician who can use only 1 minute to sign a document fraudulent. I bet me no hundreds of cedis, even dollars. Or the state NATO bankrupt. Bomb my car because that contract shouldn't have been what existed. Even if it should be exist, I will say minor echo footroom. It shouldn't be a private person beer. And you see how these people are stealing from us. Into ye come once a month, what to honor and I wouldn't him film and I will MTV ni me end this in do know and then me be so. My ama buy or an appointment, you know. More than would dear chida more ye. NDC, Mimmin Cassaman ye campaign, but one as a be 1 free young human people. Sorry, NDC appointment in any one ye be now. Maybe so. An appointment in when you be now. Has your name been recognized? Can you even submit your CV to where they are giving the appointment? No, because you are not up to standard. So now you catch them munsusum from politics, munsusum from and two politicians. So don't think about politicians because they are only selfish. Omono uboma enom so wow. Musikaye campaign enom ba power mbe remember and so mbe kayo. And not even all of them. And they be America, who a youth now to Chrome her. Don't be fooled, excuse my language, don't be fooled by the politicians by saying it's a medium MPP need tatashi, medium NDC need tatashi, nothing let me no, NDC need Jimmy a sebi catcher, MPP need Jimmy a catcher, MPP NDC for Abbas so wouldn't quite said, tell them. That will make you a proud Ghanaian and a proud citizen of this country. And no to honor now with the MPP later that he made a Santini or the Trabafunuma. Hey, with Jimmy, I'm telling you, excuse my language, fetch me. Abasa, you are what? You are causing harm to yourself. That is why we have right to what? Right to vote, right to socialize, right to what? Move. That basic rights. And see, I am very sad. Maybe I don't understand the reasons why Obeje contract now for failing. I don't know. But Minyanti the other side of the story from your papa Kennedy Japan. And no Christ idea, then papa, oh no, you should do the right thing. But the oral NDC team should work tirelessly and make sure Ghanaians will be jailed. And I make a comment to say, MPP for the NDC for your friends. Ampa, they are all friends, but and can you mean atu forcing and can MPP for penejili no. Etimo send NDC for my banner mo be share mu our friends in opposition sa akwa we jatano. Ningo pram onye ni hukurukura no ne nam ho no nka se mehwe wo opposition ense mfo akwakra masa opposition obehwe for what odi sika na obedi sebinsemfo yato ama mu bedi nsemfo ebe ka kire mo. I'm telling you bedi nsemfo ebe ka kire mo ye na ima mo power the MPP co position and a demaba. It will make sure that every single time no kind you will deliver it and just say no kurum ha yenko and this time you no kurum and this for yenko ha because Ghana ntia o me this ni me MPP ni me CPP ni me gum me obia ye Ghana ni so ye to abama si be do mine so now you think say o mine no dey be o business you will let you know say wujime o ho you will let you know say you are fooling yourself too much. Inti minima mo appoint mo no you must serve and serve well. Inti sa na ye dia no sim ho a mo be num ho and we know say mo be ye adwuma no and we know say even Mahama Ibra John the money Mahama kan o makwan e mo bia ni nsɛmfo e wɔ n'abam because he want to leave a good legacy. Unlike Akuffo Addo, aine omudi wu kura na isusu no enka wo so de mfam susu nipa but na Akuffo Addo de wo na isusu no omusi enche obewu. I don't know the reasons why Kweku Annan no kasa but osi enche obewu. Anyway, anya Captain Smart na kan de ebia na ebeche kakra nsa papa no yakopa ato no nsa afre no. Let's also subscribe na wa like video ni na wa share na foforo nyi bia hwe. Fa comment to subscribe for latest update. Hanum your number one smooth authentic platform Mega TV. Yakupon show bibia na brother brain no mo supporter mo de mame e o platform go mame cheba for e United States of America. Mame yakupon shira mame roye bi e UK. Yakupon nyame mame kese e no bibia hwe Mega TV. I salute you. Bye bye.